Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now I do apologise because it has been about 2 or 3 weeks since I uploaded a video, and it's probably the longest time I've gone in a good while without a video. I've just been super busy, and yeah, I have uploaded another video on Who Stuff today. So I will leave a little iCard thing in the top right so you can go check that out after this video. In that video I am ranking all the TARDIS consoles, so if you're interested in that, be sure to go have a look at that. But in this video, as you can probably tell by what's in front of you and by the title, I'm going to be ranking all the Doctors. So without further ado, let's get on with this. And I just want to make a quick disclaimer: the Roof Doctor is not in this, but the War Doctor is. Don't ask why, that's just how it's going to be. So, kicking off in number 14, we have Jodie Whittaker, the current Doctor, the 13th Doctor. Now, yeah, I really don't like this incarnation of the Doctor. I'm not a big hater, but I just think the other Doctors are better. She's okay, but she's got some really cringy dialogue, and some of the writing she's been given just isn't her. And she's a fantastic actress, but I don't think the Doctor is a role that she should be playing. In number 13 we have the War Doctor, played by Jon Hurt. Now, I don't have a problem with this incarnation at all. I just feel like he didn't get enough screen time, therefore I don't have much to judge him on. I've not listened to him in Big Finish, and I will not be using this list based on Big Finish either. So this is just the TV show. But from what, he's good, but I just wish we saw him a little bit more. In 12th spot we have Paul McGann, the 8th Doctor. Same reason really. He's really good in the movie and in Night of the Doctor. Very, very good. But again, the other Doctors have more screen time and more time for me to like them and stuff. So that is why the 8th Doctor is in 12th spot. Now this is going to be quite controversial, I imagine, but in 11th spot we do have David Tennant, and this is most people's favourites, or in the top half of people's lists, but nah, not for me. He's great. He's been given some of the best episodes in my opinion. I watched a few David episodes last night, which were quite cool, and the 10th Doctor just is refreshing and it works. However, I do feel like he's a little bit too human for me. And yes, he can have his really, really dark moments, which I do love. He's a fantastic actor, but for me, it just doesn't hit the nail on the head. But he's a good actor nonetheless, and I think he portrays a very good incarnation of the Doctor. In 10th spot we do have Colin Baker. Now this is funny because last year when I did this ranking, I put Colin Baker last. I put Jodie Whittaker above Colin Baker, which I don't know why I did that. I think I was out of my mind or something. However, Colin Baker has definitely gone up in my ranking. I've watched all of The Trial of a Time Lord again. I've watched Vengeance on Varos recently, The Mark of the Rani. It's just a very, very solid run of episodes. Well, actually, they're not the best episodes, let's be honest, but I think he's great with what he's been given, so that's why Colin is at 10th and a little bit higher than David. In 9th spot we have Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. And God, this is so nostalgic for me because he was the first Doctor I ever experienced on television form. And he's great, isn't he? He's just great. And there is something so cool about him. However, he's a little bit boisterous for me and a little bit a little bit too human in places. Although he does have really, really cool alien-like moments. So I don't know. This might change. But for now, this is where Matt Smith is on the ranking. In 8th spot we do have Peter Davison. Now, Peter Davison is just a very, very good Doctor for me. Nothing amazing and nothing awful. He's been given a good batch of episodes, a good amount of time. He's just very enjoyable, I'd say. He's nothing like amazing. However, I would say that Peter Davison is a very good Doctor, and he has some charm to him, which I think is awesome. In 7th spot we do have William Hartnell, the first Doctor, and the original, you might say. Now, I love William Hartnell's Doctor. He was so grumpy, almost cheeky in a way, and I loved that about him. And he had such a big role, and he's basically carried the show, so you've got to give him some respect points for that. In 6th spot we do have Christopher Eccleston. Now, wow, this is just, he's awesome, isn't he? He brought back the show, and much like William Hartnell, he carried the new series. And although he only did one series, I would have loved to see him do a couple more, and I know everyone says that, but it's true. He is just so fabulous, so fabulous. Or should I say, so fantastic. In 5th spot we do have Jon Pertwee. Now there is something about Jon Pertwee which I just adore. I don't know if it's his charm, his charisma, I don't know, but there's something just so awesome about Jon Pertwee's Doctor. I don't know whether he's just so... there are so many words you could use to describe this incarnation of the Doctor, and the 3rd Doctor is just something so refreshing, the 1st Doctor in colour, and yeah, I mean, he's awesome, isn't he? And he's been given such a great batch of episodes too, and I love him for that. In 4th place we do have the iconic Tom Baker. Now, Tom Baker is the 4th Doctor, as we all know, and he's the longest serving Doctor, and he's just brilliant, isn't he? He's got so much character to him, so charming, so witty, so alien, just so cool, and so alien, and I know I said that already, but he has such amazing screen presence, in my opinion, and he can usually, most of the time, make a story better, even when it has a bad script. He just lights up your television screen, and he's so awesome, just awesome. In 3rd place we have Patrick Troughton. Patrick Troughton, he's amazing. You could say he had the biggest job ever of taking over from Hartnell, and the biggest risk in Doctor Who, I think. But he is so ecstatic, so brilliant, and his little charm, and he's so wise and really alien, and I love the way he just sort of commands a room without shouting and going, "Oh my goody aunt," and yeah, he may not be like the bravest Doctor ever, but he's definitely one of the most cleverest and iconic, and I wish he would return, but sadly that will be quite hard. In 2nd place we have Mr. Peter Capaldi, my favourite Doctor of the modern era. Now, Peter Capaldi is just something we definitely needed after David Tennant and Matt Smith, who were great, but this was a big change, and I feel like it was a well-needed change, and Peter Capaldi just takes this role in with open arms, and you can tell he's putting in 100% effort every story, and much like Tom Baker, he can make a bad story somewhat good with his acting. And I would argue that Peter Capaldi is the best actor to play the Doctor. As an actor, I would say he's the strongest. So Peter Capaldi is amazing. He may not have been given the best stories, the best scripts, but you can definitely see a character arc, and it could be messy, it is messy, but at the end of the day, he's amazing. And you've probably worked out by now, in 1st place of my ranking, we have Mr. Sylvester McCoy. This is unchanged from last year's ranking, and he's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Mr. McCoy, the last-ish Doctor of the classic era, and he's so amazing. You can definitely see a Doctor arc in his tenure from 1987 to 1989, season 24 to season 26. You can just see his character build and build, getting darker and darker, and my god, if they did season 27, I would love to see where his character would have gone. He's just, again, he lights up your television screen, and the way he's so alien and incredibly just awesome. He can hold up a bad story with his acting. Season 24 is a season I love, and he's just awesome, isn't he? So, Sylvester McCoy, the best Doctor. So there we go, everyone. That was my Doctor ranking for 2020. I know this was quite controversial, so I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate it if you would give this video a like if you've liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. And yeah, stay tuned because I've got some nice videos coming. So thank you all very much for watching, everyone, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.